Chauncey?
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was a carrier.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select
Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky.
With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
D'Angelo Russell
from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select
Kristaps Porzingis
from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select
Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia.
With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select
Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky.
With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select
Emmanuel Mudiay
from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select
Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona.
With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select
Frank Kaminsky
from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select
Justice Winslow from Duke University.
With the 11th pick in the NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select
Miles Turner from the University of Texas.
With the 12th pick in the NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select
Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky.
With the 13th pick in the NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select
Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky.
With the 14th pick in the NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select
Cameron Payne
from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select
Kelly Oubre
from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select
Terry Rozier from University of Louisville.
With the 17th pick in the NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select
Rashad Vaughn from UNLV.
With the 18th pick in the NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select
Sam Decker
from the University of Wisconsin. With the 19th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select
Jaren Grant.
from the University of Notre Dame. With the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select
Delon Wright from the University of Utah.
With the 21st pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select
Justin Anderson from the University of Virginia.
With the 22nd pick in the NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select
Bobby Portis
from the University of Arkansas. With the 23rd pick in the NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select
Rondé Hollis Jefferson from the University of Arizona.
With the 24th pick in the NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select
Tyus Jones from Duke University.
With the 25th pick in the NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select
Jarrell Martin from Louisiana State University.
With the 26th pick in the NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select John Brown from UCLA. With the 27th pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
Larry Nance Jr. from the University of Wyoming.
With the 28th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select
R.J. Hunter.
With the 29th pick in the NBA draft, the Brooklyn Nets select the 19-year-old point guard from UCLA.
Here we go, my first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. The Nets will look to their home court advantage, just one game here in Brooklyn. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
And this is the
Here we get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
And for Chicago, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it... will be.
1v1 Javier
Derrick Rose,
5150
unbelievable
at
start. We
me.
know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
And Bogdanovich gets the 3. No good. Nice D from Rose. The Bulls leading by 12.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Well, we have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Brooklyn Nets come in for this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. 5 seconds left in the first. Setting the floor for the Nets.
Tell you about Vic. He has a big homestand coming up. There's nothing better than playing in front of your home crowd, but there's also a certain level of pressure that comes with it. I don't get it done tonight, and that raises the sense of urgency even higher next time. So I'm just focused on this game and getting a W for the best fans in the world.
From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Sloan kicks to Freak. He tries for three, and it's
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
another one.
John Wall. I'm psyched for this one. Dude is tough as nails. You know you're in for a battle when you're up against him. Big matchup for this team. Big matchup for me. We shut him down, we win this game. Period. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
The Nets play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. The Wizards here looking to pick up one game on the road before returning back to Washington. They've struggled game after game to secure wins. It's been a tough haul, but they've had to feel like this game provides them a good chance to win.
Boys, nice night. And seeing where Washington is, this is probably a season they can't get through quickly enough. It has been a disaster on all fronts.
I'm sure you're exactly right. I mean, they just want to move on at this point and get to the offseason so they can start to make some changes to improve the team.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Wizards. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Markieff Morris is out there with Gortat, and it's Dudley in at the small forward position.
One shot, gentlemen.
Jack. Wizards trail by 13. Freak in at point guard. Bogdanovich out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Well, guys, how good a playmaker is John Wall? Second in assists last season to Chris Paul. Clark, he almost finished number 1.
Yeah, and the only difference really is that Paul was a little more efficient than Wall. Paul had a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Wall was only at 2.5 to 1. But some of that is Paul's experience.
2 shots. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
That one is off.
And the one thing about John Wall, he has that air of confidence that only the truly great ones possess. He's a fearless attacker, tremendous vision and creativity, a true floor general, not just an athlete masquerading as a point guard.
Henry Sims has checked in for Brooklyn. Robinson comes in for Young, so we can't get either to fall.
And, you know, talking about John Wall, we saw him improve his pacing last season. Sure, he still played
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers.
Super. Huge. I got looking for you a Haitian.
Right now somewhere, he at the table with a bowl of Apple Jacks, and he's reading the back of the cereal, and in between eating the Apple Jacks, he's writing. And he want my.
Last game at home for a while. With the road trip looming, we can't look past the task at hand tonight. We got to go out there and get the fans behind us early on. No one wants to leave home on a down note, especially me. So I better put my money where my mouth is and go out there and ball.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin. And then for Miami, Winslow's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade.
Let's take them back.
We got Blake Griffin and the Clips on deck tonight. Going up against him, you almost just hope you don't end up on a poster. But I've never been one to just get out the way. I'm ready to step up, no matter the consequences. Gotta earn my stripes sometime, you know? Here we go.
Drake, you got a chip.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the Staples Center. Looking at the last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a loss to the Kings. Blake Griffin. Freaks checked in for Brooklyn.
Yo, Freak, what's up, baby? What's up? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up? I never had this feeling with any.
The NBA season is a grind, no question about it. And tonight may be another game in the endless stretch of games, but that don't make it any less important. Time to put on my game face and do what I do. Win games.
Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, and a fine Eastern Conference affair here at Barclays Center. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Cleveland. In fourth place in the East, this is a confident team. They're not backing down from anybody.
Well, I think for Cleveland, it looks at this point like they will not enjoy it.
9 seconds left to play in the first. Kicks it to Freak from deep. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cavaliers on top, up by 7. And we'll be back in just a moment at the start of the second quarter.
this is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Toronto Raptors today. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Nets. Right now, they're way down in the standings, just 12th place in the conference. Raptors with the lead. Pass to Powell. He dishes it to Biyombo. And Joseph kicks to Patterson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Pass to Freak from deep.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that in you. You're a man. Conviction. But it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything, but winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent or at the
de respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver los sitios y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo, tú y yo. Descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron, con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada. Vengo sin temor a no perder nada. Vengo como el niño que busca de su morada, la entrada al origen, la vuelta de su cruzada. Vengo a buscar la historia silenciada, la historia de una tierra saqueada. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones, vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida. Vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar.
It is for this reason above all, I've decided to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Good job. Good choice.
Sis, all started here.
Salutations, I am Sharonis Jackson.
On some chill.
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that you're it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And of course, Freak playing here tonight. You've probably heard his story by now. Lost a friend of a long time in the offseason. Very tough to deal with, obviously. How hard is it going to be for him to get his focus back, Shaq?
It's going to be tough, Ernie. He lost someone that he knew for a long time, and it's going to weigh on him. This will be one of his most trying seasons.
Oh, say does that suspect.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. You can feel the energy here in the BMO Harris Bradley Center. The Bucks looking to please their fans in this Eastern... Milwaukee has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And for the Bucks, filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Greg Monroe is out there with Miles Plumlee. And it's Carter Williams in at the one. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Puts up a three. And it's Freak missing. The Bucks have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Middleton. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Cleveland's gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. The offensive rebound out to Smith. No good on the three.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's Middleton penetrating. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
The first free throw is good. Damian Inglis is checked in for Milwaukee. Then for the Cavaliers, Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Shumpert comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Weber in for Smith. That one drops. He ties it up.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Freak. And that one comes up a bit short.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
And Middleton kicks to Plumlee. Carter Williams, the pass to Monroe. Middleton against Weber. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For Milwaukee, they have been shooting right around 75% of the line, 9 of 12 so far. And they now lead. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we've...
And now...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
What a game.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball. In fact,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
How much blame do you place on your teammates after not finding a way to pull out a win?
Good try, but I ain't falling into that trap. But to simplify your question, we didn't do what we had to do to win the game. Simple as that. And that's on every single one of us. Not me, not the rest of my teammates, everyone. And we'll figure out what we need to do to keep that from happening next time. End of story.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
You're right. It's definitely been a challenging year. My rookie season, it all seems like a blur now. And losing Vic, that was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with in my life. But I'm here now, in a great situation for me to grow my game. And my focus on the game of basketball. 100%, 10 times 10. And I'm going to do whatever I can to bring this team a championship. But that's all I got. Thank you.
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MCWP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis, assim
Os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza, deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte, é tipo uma fonte dela, de ela sonha com um novo horizonte, trancada na cela ou numa favela. Medo é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade, ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-round. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Well, for San Antonio, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. You look at LaMarcus Aldridge and all that he's been able to do in his career. While he might not be the best power forward in the game, he's certainly top three. What do you think, Ken?
Well, on certain nights, he's the best. You know, he does things and has a skill set that's a nightmare matchup. A lot of guys can't do that. 2010 is just a regularity for him, but the way he gets it.
Here in San Antonio, the Tower of the Americas, standing 750 feet tall in the center of Hemisphere Park. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the side. Making a change here. Freaks checked in. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
On the court for Cleveland, Freak in a two-guard. LeBron and Thompson are up front. Irving is out there with Smith.
2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And he can't hit the second. Cleveland leading by 8. Here's Freak. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Parker kicks to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room.
Move the ball.
Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
No good from Ginobili. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Freak with it. Six to shoot. No good. Spurs trail by 8. The pass to Duncan. Good D by James.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Duncan dishes to Ginobili. Screen by Duncan. Ginobili the pass to Duncan. San Antonio again missing. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
And so that's the end of the first half. Cavaliers lead by 11. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now,
all right, men, we've done a good job in the first half of taking the momentum and being assertive with our style of play.
The first thing is that our ball movement has been solid. Keep it up. I want to see that ball continue to rotate around the perimeter until we get a good look.
Now I'll give credit where credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it now.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which they're...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
Well, he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet.
I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction, and here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. It takes me down, pulls me down, pulls me down.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, they're slogging through 4 straight losses coming into tonight's game, looking for answers, looking for a win to get them on track. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave. Financial responsibilities, you just get.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. "15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, John Lure's out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Grant. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Goes up again. Got it off in time, but it's no good. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They're also having a lot of success from the free throw line tonight. You always want to cash in from there.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Freak in at point guard. Channing Frye out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Weber, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Shot from the top of the key, and that one's good. Freak's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
To the paint, here's Lure. That's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
It's stolen by Smith. One-on-one fast break. High arcing shot. Here's Freak. Fires for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And it's Smith penetrating. And it's blocked. But they recover it. Down low. The second chance effort. And Lure gets it to go. And the 76ers lead by 1. There's Freak. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Memphis.
Guys, it was like there was a...
What's up?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the New York Knicks. Last outing for New York, they ended up with a win against the Pacers in Indianapolis. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast and all.
Oh, say does that stars.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs. Live on. We'll go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Shumpert comes in for James. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Jose Calderon is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Tony Wroten in for Austin Rivers. And New York, looking at who they've got. Anthony out there with Williams. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Calderon. And it's Wroten in at the one spot.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
Here's Freak. Can't hit.
seen it with my own eyes. I would get otherwise without the luxury of leaving. The touch and feeling of free is untangible technically. It's something you got to believe in. Connect the cause and the fact, one foot in front of the next. This is the start of a journey. And my mind is already gone, and the fear of the unknown somehow just doesn't concern me. And you can stand right there if you want, but I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on to a place in the sun that's nice and warm. I'm going on, and I'm sure they'll have a place for you too. Ooh, anyone that needs what they want and doesn't want what they need, I want nothing to do with. And to do what I want and to do what I please is first on my to-do list. But every once in a while I think about her smile, one of the few things I do miss. But baby, I've got to go, baby, I've got to know, baby, I've got to prove it. And I'll see you when you get there, but I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on. May my love lift you up to the place you belong. I'm going on, and I promise I'll be waiting for you. Ooh. About time for anyone telling you off for all you did. No sign the roaring thunder stopped in cold to read. No time. I get mine and make no excuses, waste of precious breath. No time. The sun shines on everyone, love yourself to death. So you gotta fire up. You gotta let go. You never be loved. You never wrong. You gotta face up. You gotta get yours. You never know the top till you get too low. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No lies and no deceiving, man is what he loves. I keep trying to conceive that death is from above. No time. I get mine and make no excuses, waste of precious breath. No time. The sun shines on everyone, everyone love yourself to death. So you gotta fire up. You gotta let go. You never be loved. You never wrong. You gotta face up. You gotta get yours. You never know the top till you get too low. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Turn your head for 1 second and the tables turn. Yeah. And I know that I did you wrong. Will you trust me when I say that I'll make it up to you somehow? So you gotta fire up. You gotta let go. You never be loved till you never get alone. You gotta face up. You gotta get low. You never know the top till you get too low. I'm so sorry.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in the land. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a young wanna meet the sun. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah.
You trash 1v1 me.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, an impressive 4-game winning streak. They're really playing good basketball. We'll see if they can extend it to 5 with a win tonight. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have
basketball
no
IQ.
idea. You know, you can be smarter than me if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what I will do to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you make good decisions on the basketball court. Basketball IQ, that term is overrated.
Maybe Kenny
Tell people to subscribe to my
I
channel.
think most people, when they first hear about it, they're talking about seeing the floor.
I'm a 57 overall, Doverall, Matt Raw, hit a nigga like a galaxy. Damn.
1:22 left in the first quarter.
Give me the ball.
On the court for the Knicks.
Give me the
Tony
ball.
Roten out there is
Damn.
Calderon.
Give me
Then
the
it's
ball.
Anthony. Then there's
Give me the
Kyle
ball.
O'Quinn. And it's Williams at the 4 spot. There's Freak. And the shot falls
Whoa.
short this time.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
They've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Freak after New York gets the 3. Tries a 3, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
The 3 from Anthony, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. So at the end of one play, still a close game.
Praise the baby.
Up 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
No. Cut off the light.
And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick, Derek Williams, about his
You
focus
sleepy ain't him, so no
Let's
pet
get
ain't.
into the basket more. You know, being
So no pet ain't. No
huge
pet ain't.
improvements for him. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Knicks lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's...
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson.
You should. Ooh, you was gonna be stumbling over.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping
Alright,
out
she's
ahead
sleeping.
to
Shut
the
up.
first
Cut
2
off the light.
quarters.
So I
Kevin
can put her to
Love really
sleep.
has his
There's gonna be my little quick $5.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They didn't
Mwah.
make it easy on
Mwah.
themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone
Ooh, that big
satisfied.
back
Yeah,
off
you know,
the
it looked like for a moment there, the outcome was in doubt.
Kevin, thank you. Tristan, what was coach's focus for this team coming into tonight's game?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Knock yours down if you didn't know. I ain't up, no.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love. What are your thoughts, Shaq?
Just a sincere.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me... Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. Sua voz ela é através de alô. Se passou
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Checking out Cleveland, they're 5-1 through 6 games, and no question, they've been one of the NBA's most impressive teams here early in the season. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass. So if I knew if I got to certain areas of the floor, I was going to be able to score and have a big night. The defense tried to dictate that, but you have to try.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan for James. And the Bulls making a change also. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Butler. So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Chalmers is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, and they've had a great start from beyond the arc as well. The three-point shot seems to be in rhythm.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. McDermott with it. Guarded now by Irving. They get it back. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Gasol. From outside the arc. And count it. Three-pointer good on the shot from Freak. Freak's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game. The kick out to Rose. That doesn't go either for Rose.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Freak. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bulls trail by 7. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers making a switch here. Ennis is jacked in. Chicago also making some. And a pretty tight.
Hey, Kevin.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. Freak's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Irving. Chicago also making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gibson. And it's Portis in for Doug McDermott. Freak in at 2-guard. Kevin Love out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Ennis, and it's Shumpert in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
He tries for 3, and it's Freak missing.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
Noah kicks to Rose. Launches it. And it's good. Rose has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bulls. We see the Cavaliers get the win here.
Hi, Kevin. Will LeBron give
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our LeBron James. Just a monster first quarter of the. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction. And here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. It takes me down, pulls me down low.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won the three-point contest, so no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last couple of seasons. Now he's quick to get off his shot off the dribble, which is different from most three-point shooters. That's why some people don't really.
It's interconference time for these Nuggets as they come in as the visiting team. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. They are looking extremely good so far, starting the season on fire, 6 straight wins.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, any fears of a regression for them this season?
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Now here's Freak. Shoots. Gets hauled in by Harris. 1:58 left in the first quarter of the game. Chandler outside. Shoots from 12. Here's Nurkic. The rebound by Kevin Love.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
That's good. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8.
My ball.
And we've reached.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And then for Denver, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Barton, and Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Moutier. So on the floor for Denver, Wilson Chandler out there with Gallinari. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Laverne in at the power forward position. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down the shot like that against that kind of defense.
First personal foul. Nuggets substitution. Afolabi. Gallo.
Cleveland on defense. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either.
And he knocks down the first one.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Pound. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
There's the pick. Ennis dishes to Freak.
Sticking too much.
Cleveland moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Off his foot. And the refs whistling a kick ball. So both teams changing it up. Cat here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Bulls. Gallinari passes to Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Cavaliers leading by 22. Here's Freak. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for James. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Now here's Freak. Gallinari covering, and it's Freak missing. Pass to Gallinari. To the inside, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box 4 window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
He had point guard numbers tonight, racking up those 8 assists. It was a really unselfish performance. He kept the D guessing all night. You could never get comfortable with him, trying to figure out whether he was going to take it for himself or set up a teammate.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball, over 60%.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody. Excited to have you in the house with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It is the NBA playoffs. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yes, we have.
Yes. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, the top seed in the East, they'd never admit to looking past their opponent, but their goal is to make short work of this series and keep fresh for a title run. Game 1 of this series coming up. A lot of playoff experience here at this table. Shaq, what do you think is the most important thing to establish in the first game of a series?
Well, not literally, because I don't want anybody to get suspended, but you got to come out swinging, Ernie. You got to capture the momentum right now, and you got to come out the gate strong, feisty as always. But again, you got to.
Listen up.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. This is Kevin. Substitution here for Cleveland. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for James. And Freak subbed in for Irving. The Celtics also changing it up. Mickey's checked in for Zelli. And Smart subbed in for Bradley. Freak, he's in at point guard. Channing Frye out there, Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Calderon in a 2-guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now here's Smart. He's guarded by Calderon. Back to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Boston, no good that time either. Cleveland's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Sticks another. 3 more from Freak. And now a 5-point Cleveland lead. The Celtics have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. From deep. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Off the pick. Misses off the left iron. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Smart. Johnson sets the screen for Smart. He feeds it to Crowder. Kept alive by Boston. Johnson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Johnson. He's got 10 points and a block. You talk about being on. He's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
This is super.
It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin would...
And we welcome you back to it. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so...
LeBron, you have plenty of post...
The 2K Sports postgame show.